All right, we are here with Kalvin Harrigal again, easily #1 contender for Player of the Year, off of another top cut finish with a similar list to the last one. He's actually just crazy. He's going to tell us a little about his Rodan deck again.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to focus on the main differences for this format because Smiling is obviously a deck that can just two-shot you, and I mean that happened in top 8 for me. So
also,
I don't know if I included enough cards for that, but
for context, we are recording this before Tuesday.
Oh,
just
sure.
in case that comes up
I
at any point in time.
I don't think the matchup's impossible, but you really need to find vertical gear to actually be blocking things with -6+ speed on stuff, which I'll get into the major changes, but the attack lineup is basically all the same. I'm not gonna go into these a ton. I think I went to this for Foundation Destruction, forced people into deadlock more than well, Dragon Strike just doesn't even do that, right?
Yeah.
So if they build to 10, you can do that and then focus attack, and that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, it hits slightly harder and is a breaker on block. Against aggro decks, you often just can't throw this though, which kind of sucks. So I don't know, it might change. Yeah.
There were 0 in the last list, right? 0. 8%?
No, I think I ran it. I honestly don't remember. The attacks are mostly the same. Card's still great. You can still throw it on a 6, check a 3 with 3 foundations, draw 3 more foundations, build out and live. So it's
yeah,
it's a very safe card in this deck. I might have cut it to 100. I don't remember. Yeah, zeros. I think I added your finish. I don't remember. Nothing really to say here. It's a great deadlock.
Yeah, for sure. +4 block mod, yada yada.
Did include this card. It was very good, as expected.
Naturally had to get the Challenger Series alt arts.
Can't go below 4 of this. Too much destruction going on right now.
Yeah, too much destruction, and then Ryuki was actually super represented this tournament, so the anti-flip part of it is kind of relevant as well.
Yeah. For the higher stuff, I did a 1-1 split of these and 1 each in the side because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted. This is the only way you survive a card Unexpected Outcomes, which is very difficult for this deck. I was doing local qualifiers and my friend hit me with my own focused attack, deadlocked me, and then the turn later used 300 on me with 13 to 13 after,
Yeah, notably Unexpected Outcomes, one of the best cards in Smiling Titan.
Yeah, that card is messed up. Yeah, I think I ran 1 hacker before. I cut this to 2, just doesn't do a lot when attacks are base 8+.
Yeah, and in Smiling meta, yeah.
Added this to help with Smiling, and then the 4 of these.
Yeah.
It's fine playing 6 3s, you're not really building them turn 1 usually. So,
Sure.
Yes, we do run 2 checks, but...
Yeah, you have 2 checks in your deck.
It's okay.
It's fine, yeah.
Though, every time I do go first and start my builds on a 3, I feel like an idiot, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, this card is insane in this character because Rodan is probably one of the best characters at snapping momentum because you're just giving 3 speed to everything. And then this just sort of fuels itself where once you have momentum, if you don't need to use it to block, your future attacks just have +6 speed on everything, and then that gets you more. And it's just a very snowbally card.
Yeah.
The other really good part about this is just the +2 damage. Sometimes you're a little bit short in this deck, and that's, yeah, so it's huge. This card's incredible. I had 3 up to the tournament. 2 seems like a fine number, but I did specifically, I think, lose to Smiling because I didn't see it games 2 and 3. So it could be a 3 of.
Sure.
And then the 1 Sugar Rush still.
Nice. Yeah, VME also has the added benefit of if you get random snap momentum off of your Hacker Extraordinary, you can manipulate the block mods on top of your discard pile if something's awkward.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean that's the main deck. I believe it's 69 cards.
Nice.
Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah. Stuff that was here before. Card's still great. Excellent blocking Deception Dagger. I might be ready to let this card go. It wasn't coming in today. The only time I thought I'd bring it in was a swap for the vertical gears when people were relying entirely on runaways and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
But I didn't really encounter that, and I think that you can kind of just fight through almost all of it by just throwing more moves, and then yes, sometimes the focused attack will get stopped, but Big Fist Bash is a 3 diff at the end of the chain, and all of your stuff is still hitting for 5 to 6. One big change here is I was not siding out multiple bites for Dimension Spheres this format, and something that messed me up at St. Louis was I was being short damage because while that card was good as a sideboard card, it hits for 1.
Right.
And multiple bites just
multiple
does
bites.
way more damage.
Yeah.
and with the inclusion of AOT, like this card just does what we need Dimension Sphere to do. So I can just rely on this instead, right? Yeah. Speaking of, I had the 1/1 split, which I talked about earlier.
Would you consider like moving forward based on like how the tournament wound up shaking out, hedging towards like 2 of that in the main and 2 of something else on the side, like switching the ratios on those at all?
No, I think it was fine. I think I more specifically lost to Smiling because of the lack of vertical gear.
Sure.
Games, but this card is fine. I was using it because of the amount of like risking counter decks and stuff, and it's just it's the only thing the L symbol really has for that.
Yeah. All around, it's like an okay card. It's pretty decent.
Yeah. I did make things borderline impossible for Ryukyu and Swiss by blocking with this and then Big Fist bashing the next attack. And it was just like, you cannot play
They try to build on a 0, they check a 5, and they commit 4.
Yeah. And then this was just the last reset. It's just all speed reset. It's good for Smiling. But that's pretty much all I got. Not a ton to say about this deck. Like, it's still very good. I think I've lost 1 Swiss round total between the 2 regionals. Like, I think this deck is specifically very, very good in Swiss. Like, it ends games quickly, and like very efficiently. So
yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the deck profile, Kalvin. Enjoy your time at Worlds. I'm pretty sure at this point you're close to locked, if not fully locked.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
You'll be seeing Kalvin at Worlds, and he will continue his streak of topping every event this year.